Right, so Christian aid. What is Christian aid? There are some examples here that are very important. So one, yes, it's to expose the scandal of poverty, show how poor some people are, because we're not necessarily really aware of that. To eliminate poverty by taking practical action, to make sure that the right actions are taken to make sure that poverty is stopped. To challenge and change the structures and systems that favour the rich over the poor. For example, in our society, the richer you are, the easier life becomes, yeah? I'm currently paying rent for my house. Now, if I had more money, I'd buy a house and having someone else charge rent. So I would be in a better position if I had more money, and I would be able to make even more money using all that money that I have. So that's something that Christian Aid is looking to do. A fourth point that's very useful about Christian Aid is it's an ecumenical charity. Ecumenical, as is one of the key words on our board, is the idea that all Christians, Pentecostalists, Methodists, Church of England, need to come together to get together to help and solve certain points. So this issue here is poverty. It doesn't matter what type of Christian you are, poverty is an issue. So you need to get together and work together to help people. The only exception to this is CAFOD, the Catholic charity, because there are certain strict rules that Catholics want to keep, and they therefore don't endorse always these certain ecumenical methods. For example, unsafe sex is a big issue that leads to poverty because it leads to AIDS and the spread of HIV. Now, Catholics are against the use of condoms, so as a result, they would not be CAFOD as a charity would not distribute condoms to or give sex education in that kind of manner to people who are poor. However, Christian Aid might find themselves doing that if that's seen to be an issue going on within that society, so they may be educating people on sex and sex safety in those circumstances. So that's a key distinction. But just on to Christian Aid. So things that Christian Aid do. So you've got raising the awareness. So you will see big Christian Aid campaigns. If you request, I'll happily put in a few Christian Aid adverts, but just Google Christian Aid and you'll see some examples of the types of campaigns that you do to raise awareness of what's going on. You've got emergency short-term aid, so that's like, as we said before, disaster. Oh no, there's been a big earthquake in Chile. We need to go there and help people now. So that's that emergency aid, getting people together, making sure there's a change. But alongside that, obviously, they've got to make sure that there's that long-term aid, making people able to help themselves. So obviously that whole give a man a fish idea, give a man a fish and eat for a day, teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. That whole idea from Oxfam is also prevalent within Christian Aid. I'm just going to give some examples that are here in the book. So one of Christian Aid's projects, MAN, Male Awareness Now project, is in Jamaica, which has helped to give men the capacity to get vocational skills, get people in Jamaica the ability to work and support themselves rather than be reliant on the government and other things. So that whole teaching a man to fish idea being very important there. And also away from things like drugs and violence and guns, which, crime is a problem and that needs to be addressed. So if I have good work opportunities, I'm less likely to be allured to the work opportunity of crime or drug dealing. Another project that's mentioned here is RAADA, which is in Afghanistan, which is helping women to earn an income. And women earning an income is a really useful thing within any less economically developed countries. Because if you've got men earning money and women earning money, the empowerment of women is a massive key to solving issues of poverty. Because if women and men are earning money, then the family is earning money. And if the man dies in a war, if the man leaves the woman, she can still earn enough money to support her children, who can then go on to support themselves too. So the empowerment of women is very key. And as said here in Afghanistan, Christian Aid work with people in Afghanistan to help support them. Obviously, there's the big campaignings against exploitation, campaignings against any unfair trade, and all those aspects are very important as well. So it's making it very clear, listen, yeah, your country, this company here in the UK cannot exploit these people in the Congo through the banana trade anymore. We're going to make it very clear to everybody out there in the UK, fair trade bananas only, not free trade, fair trade, and really putting out those posters, making it clear that that's the kind of product that people should be buying if they're going to be ethical, fair, just, equal citizens. So that concept of justice is so important. I was going to say something else that Christian Aid do would be also work with those communities, and they would not be basing their judgments on whether someone was Christian or not. So, as it says, they work with women in Afghanistan. Afghanistan's a predominantly Muslim country. They're looking to help anyone. Agape love, all right? Love is patient, love is kind. Agape, Greek word for unconditional love. It doesn't matter who someone is, you show love non-stop. And that's Christian Aid for you. I'll put two examples of... another good raising awareness one I'll put in is a rap by the Christian rapper Jahaziel. You can use that. I don't know if you want to use it in an exam. I don't know if the examiner will know about it, but it is an interesting example. Music campaigns that are also used. Right.